So Vero Beach, it's a small town with a big personality, and if you're thinking about making this move today, you're in for a treat. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 big reasons why people love living in Vero Beach, Florida, and trust me, these are things that you definitely do not want to take for granted. Reason number one, the laid back lifestyle. You're not going to be finding the hustle and bustle you get in places like Miami, Tampa, or Orlando, and that's just something you can't take for granted. Here in Vero Beach, things definitely move at a lot slower pace, and there's no pressure to rush anywhere, and that creates a different kind of energy that you don't see in a lot of other places. People here are friendly, and you actually have time to stop and talk to your neighbors, something that's becoming rare in a lot of places, especially in Orlando, where I spent some time. And for me, one of the best ways to start the day is by grabbing a coffee and taking a walk on the beach. And whether you hit up Chelsea's on Cardinal Drive, Vero Cafe, or even the coffee bar over at Grinding Grape, all of which are right next to the beach, you get to enjoy your morning in total peace. It's simple, but the lifestyle here is easy to love. For people moving to Florida to escape the stress, Vero Beach is going to be perfect. You get to enjoy all the perks of living in the Sunshine State without the overwhelming crowds or the chaos. So if you're looking for that calm, peaceful vibe where you can actually slow down and enjoy life, Vero Beach is where you need to be. It's that laid-back lifestyle that keeps people here year after year. All right, reason number two is the uncrowded beaches. So when people think of Florida, they always kind of think of like these crowded beaches, packed parking lots, and tourists everywhere. But here in Vero Beach, it's a whole different story. And let me tell you, that's one of the biggest perks of living here that people don't really appreciate enough unless you've seen the other parts of Florida that kind of get ugly. So I grew up in Vero Beach, and as a kid, you learn to find the secret spots, the beaches where you can go and not see another person for literally miles. And one of my favorite spots back in the day was across the street from Frenchie's, and that spot was tucked away and it felt like a private getaway for me and my friends. So even today, you can still find those secret stretches of beach, whether you're with family, friends, or just want to get some peace. Vero Beach gives you that space to enjoy the sand and surf without that crowd. And get this, parking is free at all the beaches here. You've only got to keep one thing in mind, and that's keeping an eye on the time limits, especially in the Ocean Drive area. They do strictly enforce that 2-hour limit, but the good news is if you're heading to beaches like JC or Tracking Station, there's no limit at all. So yeah, while the parking time limit is there to keep spots open for the shops and restaurants on Ocean Drive, you've got options. Free parking, no limits, and uncrowded beaches, that is a winning combination that you just won't find in a lot of Florida beach towns around here. And if you're looking for a place where you can truly relax and have some beach space all to yourself, Vero Beach is it. And trust me, once you've experienced these uncrowded secret spots, you'll see why that this is such a huge reason why people love living here. All right, now before we move on to reason number three, I just need to quickly interrupt this video. And if you're thinking about making that move to Vero Beach, or you've got any questions about life here, don't hesitate to reach out. You can call, text, or email me anytime. I've got my contact information right here on the screen and in the description below, and you can always visit my website at fleastcoast.com for more resources and insights. So guys, seriously, whether you're just curious or ready to make Vero Beach your home, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump back into the video. Reason number three, a close-knit community. So when I was growing up in Vero Beach, this place was so small, you could pull off onto US 1 without even having to check for traffic. It was that kind of town. Now, it's grown a lot since then, but it's managed to keep its small town charm, which is one of the things that people love most about living here. So even today, I can't go to the grocery store without running into a friend or two, and it's the kind of place where you know your neighbors and where you're not just another face in the crowd. In fact, my neighbors are always still stopping by, bringing gifts for my son Cannon, and it's that close-knit, supportive community feel that really makes Vero Beach special that I didn't get in Orlando. And if you're looking for things to do, you never have to search very far. Every Thursday or Friday, TC Palm puts out an article covering all the events happening across the Treasure Coast. So whether it's local festivals, art shows, or concerts, you will always know what is going on without having to dig around for any kind of info. And speaking of community events, every Saturday morning, you've got the farmers market down on Ocean Drive. It's a great spot to go ahead and grab some fresh produce, some new food, crafts, all while catching up with friends and neighbors. And even though Vero Beach has grown over the years, it's kept that tight-knit small town feeling where you're never too far away from a friendly face or a helping hand. It's something that you really don't find in these bigger cities. So whether it's the farmer's market on the weekend, grabbing the latest TC Palm guide on events, or just chatting with your neighbors, Vero Beach makes you feel like you belong, and it's that sense of community that you just don't want to take for granted. All right, reason number 4 is the arts and culture scene. And I'll admit it, guys, I'm not a super deep into the art scene myself, but that doesn't mean that Vero Beach doesn't have a lot to offer for people who are. And if you're into the arts and culture, Vero Beach has got some great options that might surprise you. So the Vero Beach Museum of Art is a big deal for a town this size, and they've got rotating exhibitions, workshops, and programs that cater to all ages. So whether you're an artist yourself or just like to appreciate good art, this place has a little something for everybody. And it's not just the museum. There's a whole art community here with local galleries, art shows, and even live performances at the Riverside Theater. That's a pretty impressive for such a little town that still holds on to that small town vibe. And from art festivals to theater productions, there's always something happening in Vero Beach for those who love the arts. And even if you're like me, it's not your main thing, it's still nice to know that those options are there, whether you want to take in a show or go stroll through the gallery, or even if you got like some friends coming into town who are into that kind of thing. So guys, while I may not spend a lot of time in these galleries, I know a lot of people who do, and they love the fact that Vero Beach has such a strong art scene and culture scene, and it's another great reason why people fall in love with this town. All right, reason number 5 is the budget-friendly dining in Vero Beach. So guys, while the rising costs of living and inflation is hitting us all, finding places to dine on a budget has become more important than ever. But here in Vero Beach, there are still plenty of spots where you can grab a meal without breaking the bank. And the best part is you are still supporting local businesses while you do it. So take like Fish Shack downtown, for example. This place serves up some of the best seafood in town, and it's all at reasonable prices. You can enjoy a delicious meal without worrying about blowing your budget. And just across the street, you've also got Taco Dive. Seriously, some of the best tacos around, and it's easy on your wallet. And one of the great things about Vero Beach, you don't have to choose between eating well and saving money, because there is a ton of places out there that let you enjoy a nice meal while also keeping things affordable. And it's not just these 2 spots. So whether you're downtown or looking for a quick bite on the go, Vero Beach has plenty of local gyms where you can eat great food on a budget. And that's something that a lot of folks appreciate, especially these days with what we're going through. So if you're looking for affordable dining options, Fish Shack and Taco Dive are just 2 examples of how Vero Beach keeps the good food coming without hurting your wallet. And it's just one more reason why this town is a great place to live. All right, reason number 6 is the top local restaurant experiences here. So we're going to dive into a little bit more detail here. Now, if you're moving on into having an amazing dining experience, not just on a budget, Vero Beach has got a lot of options there as well. We may be in a smaller town, but I've had some of the best meals of my life right here. So let me tell you about my top 5 local restaurants that you really shouldn't miss that I covered last week. So my absolute favorite place to eat in Vero Beach is Scampi Grill. Hands down, it's the best food in town, and I'll debate anybody on that. It's the perfect spot for a date night with an incredible Italian dishes, and the ambiance there just sets the tone for a great evening. So whether you're in the mood for some house-made pastas or some fresh seafood, you just cannot go wrong. Trust me, this is the place. Now, next up, we've got Frenchie's. Now, this place is special to me because it's where I had my first restaurant job, and I started here as a busboy. It's where I really learned to appreciate what good food is supposed to taste like. Frenchie and Adita, the owners, combine French and Italian flavors perfectly, and this is a 5-star restaurant in every sense. And even today, I'll stop by just to catch up with them and enjoy a great meal. Then there's the Citron Bistro, another favorite for date nights with my wife. It's cozy, the food is always fresh. My wife absolutely loves their Maine lobster salad, and I'm a big fan of their truffle fries. The atmosphere makes it a perfect spot for a relaxed but elevated dining experience, and they've also got a great brunch menu as well. And when I'm in the mood for a little bit something more laid back but still top quality, I head over to Costa de Esta, and my business partner Alex and I grab lunch over there for our Thursday real estate meetings. We always sit out by the bar with a view of the ocean, and I usually keep it light with their turkey wrap, but let me tell you, their fries are hard to resist. It's the perfect spot for a casual meal, with that unbeatable view, which is our beach. And finally, there's Chill and Grill, and this spot is great for a casual night out with a bit of a twist. It's family owned and it always has a rotating menu, so you never know what kind of delicious surprise they're going to be having next. It's one of those places where you can count on great food and a relaxed atmosphere with no matter what time or what day that you stop by. So whether you're dining on a budget at spots like Fish Shack or Taco Dive, or splurging a little at one of my favorite restaurants, Vero Beach has more than enough options, and that's something to appreciate when you're living here. Good food, good people, and also great prices. All right, number 7, we've got great schools and a family-friendly environment. So when it comes to raising a family, Vero Beach really checks a lot of boxes. So I grew up here and I did quite a bit of school hopping, so I've seen firsthand how many great educational options this town has to offer. So for elementary, I went to Osceola Magnet School. It was honestly a great program that had uniforms, so it felt structured, but it wasn't as costly as private education. Then by 8th grade, I transferred over to Masters Academy, a private Christian school that offered a more faith-based education. During high school, I spent a couple years over at Charter High School, which was a pretty cool experience because it shares the space with the local college campus, and that meant that students could, well, smarter students than me, could take advantage of dual enrollment and get ahead on start on college courses while still in high school. And eventually, though, I ended up over at Vero Beach High School, where I played football and lacrosse, so I got a good look at a variety of different school environments growing up. So now that I have a son, I think a lot about his education, and honestly, I'm a bit iffy about the public school system today, no matter where you are. Things have just changed so much in recent years, and that's why I think Cannon will probably go to Masters Academy when it's time for him to start school. It just feels like it's the right fit for our family, and that's our personal decision. But it's not just about the schools though. Vero Beach and Sebastian have incredibly low crime rates as well, which is a huge reason why this is such a great place to raise a family. So you feel safe here, and there are so many places for kids to just play and be kids. So take Humison Park, for example. It's right by the beach, so you can spend all day playing, all day at the beach, and when everyone's worked up an appetite, you can grab lunch and ice cream right afterwards. And there are plenty of public playgrounds around Vero Beach too, so no matter where you live, you're going to have a spot nearby to go ahead and take the kids. So between great school options, low crime rates, and a ton of family-friendly parks and playgrounds, Vero Beach is the perfect place to raise a family. It's one of the reasons why people love calling this place home. All right, reason number 8, going off those playgrounds, is the outdoor recreation beyond the beach. So sure, Vero Beach is known for its amazing beaches like we already covered, but there's so much more to outdoor living here than just the sand and surf. So whether you're into kayaking, hiking, or just taking your dog for a run, there are tons of options to get outside and enjoy the natural beauty in Vero Beach. So one of the best spots for dog owners is the 5-acre dog park right by the river. It's the perfect place to let your dog run around and get some exercise while you also enjoy the views, and you've got a walking trail there too. You'll see plenty of people there every day with their pups. And if you're into kayaking, you've got to go ahead and check out the kayak launch at McWilliams Park. It's a great way to get out there on the water and explore the area from a whole new perspective. And Vero Beach is also home to some really nice walking trails. And if you're up for a bit of an adventure, head up near Sebastian and take a stroll down Jungle Trail. It's an historic trail with beautiful scenery, perfect for walking, biking, or even bird watching. And of course, you've got Riverside Park. It's a great all-around spot with tennis courts, fishing spots, walking trails, workout trails, and plenty of picnic tables. If you're looking to spend a relaxed day outdoors, there's just something for everyone there. All right, number 9 is the proximity to major Florida attractions. So one of the best parts about living in Vero Beach is the location. So sure, you get that laid back small town vibe here, but you're also just a short drive away from some of Florida's biggest attractions. So for my family, Disney World is a go-to. We're annual pass holders. We head up to the parks quite a bit for our son Cannon, and it's only about an hour and a half away drive from Vero Beach, which makes it an easy visit for a day or even just a few hours. So whether it's the rides, the parades, or spending time together, being that close to Disney is a huge perk. And when my wife and I need a little bit more time to ourselves, we love heading down to South Florida, especially West Palm Beach or Boca Raton. It's only about an hour and a half away too, and we get to enjoy some amazing high-end restaurants and do a little shopping as well. It's our way just to recharge, have some quality us time without going too far away from home. And also Jupiter, Florida's got a great restaurant there too called Utiki or Guanabanas. They're interchangeable with where we go. Another great spot on the blue water next to the inlet. Beautiful spot that we love to go to as well. And also guys, if you're in the mood for something more lively, you've got Orlando and Miami not too far away either. So whether it's nightlife, concerts, or shopping, you're close enough to experience everything that these bigger cities have to offer without having to live right in the middle of the hustle and bustle. But the best part is, after all the excitement, you get to come home to the peace and quiet of Vero Beach. And it's like having the best of both worlds. You got the big city experiences are just a short drive away, but you get to live in a town where things are a little bit more relaxed and comfortable. All right, reason number 10 is easy to get around and plenty to do. So one of the best things about living in Vero Beach is just how easy it is to get around. So you can literally go from one end of Vero to the other in about 15 minutes. So whether you're heading east to west, north to south, that kind of convenience is really hard to find at a lot of cities. We're not like a lot of other places in Florida that are overrun with traffic in certain areas. Vero Beach has a perfect balance, plenty of things to do, but without the congestion. And because there are no high rises here, we're not packing people in, which keeps the population manageable and the roads clear as well. And if you're looking to explore a little bit more, Sebastian is just 20 to 25 minutes up the road. It's another great spot with its own charm, offering even more things to do. So things like riverfront dining to outdoor adventures, because Vero's got more oceanfront and Sebastian's got more riverfront. So there you have it, 10 big reasons why people love living in Vero Beach and why it's such a special place to call home. From the laid-back lifestyle to the amazing dining and outdoor adventures, it's no wonder why so many people are making the move over here. And if you're thinking about moving to Vero Beach or just want to learn more, I'd love to help you out. So you could go ahead and call, text, or email me anytime. I've got my contact information right here on the screen, also down in the description below. And guys, feel free to visit my website at fleastcoast.com, where I've got more resources and insights about making Vero Beach your home. And so whether you're ready to make the move or just have a few questions, feel free to reach out. Vero Beach is a great place to live, and I'd be happy to make it your home too. Thanks again for watching, guys. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos about life here in Florida and on the Florida East Coast. And I'll catch you next week. Bye.